Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and spray this. As you can hopefully see, I've got a couple layers of masking tape around it, 3/4 inch masking tape, just to further protect the surface, and I'm going to be spraying away from that. Now generally, when you're coating stuff, it's better not to use an airbrush. It's difficult to get an even coat with an airbrush if you don't really know what you're doing. So a small paint gun might have been preferable if this were a larger graphic. This graphic is fairly tight, fairly small, so I'm not worried about it. And I'm using a 0.5 nozzle airbrush. So again, it's not a big deal because I know what I'm doing. I've got a large nozzle airbrush and I've got a small graphic. But for a larger graphic, if you're worried about having it uneven within there, use a paint gun if you can. Anyway, I've got this thing spraying fairly nicely here. Because I've got this masked off, I can spray from a little further away, which is going to make it easier for me to get an even finish. And I'm just going to, get to it. So that's our first coat. All looks good. I don't have any overspray over here. That's good. It's not opaque enough yet. It might look that way in the camera, but it isn't. So I'm going to just dry that off a bit, probably using some air from the airbrush, and then give it another coat. Alright, so this is looking pretty good now. It's had a few minutes to dry. So I'm going to go ahead and unmask it. Looks pretty good. We actually did get a little bit of overspray there. I'm going to clean that up. Just give me 1 second and I'll show you how that's done. So I've got a shop towel here and just some Windex. This particular paint is water-based, so I'm going over it with a polyurethane, of course. And it's relatively fresh. It has dried, but a little bit of Windex on my shop towel and a little bit of force, and that comes right off. Now, if this had dried for a day or two, that would be a problem. Now I'm wiping stuff that's not dirty. Anyway, doesn't hurt to clean it again. There we go, problem solved. Now let's get this off here. No way I'm gonna hit the garbage can from here. And finally, there we go. Carefully take a razor blade. Some people use an X-Acto knife, like a hobby knife. I generally just use razor blades. Same thing, so it really doesn't matter. If you prefer a hobby knife, go for that. Even I use one occasionally, but generally speaking, I'm used to these, so I just use these. Now this is the part where you have to be careful, because if you scratch some of that black off, it's not going to look very good. And it can be a pain to repair. You're not going to be able, well, you're probably not going to be able to match another vinyl mask up to this perfectly. And at this point, it would be unfortunate to try and mask over all of this black because it's not sealed in there that well yet. So just be gentle with it. Alright, so there it is. That's the logo for Atomic Alice. So now that that's on there, sorry, didn't enunciate that very well. Now that that's on there, we're going to give this a little bit of time to dry, and then it will be time to get after it with the clear coat. Oh hey guys. So someone broke into the shop recently and stole my camera. And well, they walked past 2 guitars, which they didn't take for some reason, and they didn't steal the charging cord for it, because apparently these guys were morons. But anyway, they stole my camera, so I lost some footage, unfortunately. So for the guitar that we were working on for the band Atomic Alice, my friend Arturo from there, I can't show you the clear coating and polishing. I'm sorry, I don't have the footage for it anymore. I don't fathom how I would get it back. So yeah, it's done. Sorry about that. So I just figured I'd quickly show it to you before I give it back to him. So here we go. It's got a few coats of clear on it, fresh clear. Logo's looking good. No ridges or anything around it, so that's excellent. And yeah, it's basically ready to go. I just need to put the string ferrules back in after taking out all my tape and give it back to him. So once again, sorry that I couldn't show you the footage and I didn't really deliver on what was promised there. If you're interested in the process, I covered it several times in previous videos. Once in my How to Paint Your Guitar series, once the by hand version of my How to Paint Your Guitar by Hand series. I've done several videos on polishing. I've also shown the clear coating process in my snowboard video and everything like that. So if you need to know how to do that stuff, let me know or take a look at my videos. And once again, yeah, I'm sorry that I couldn't show you the footage for that. Anyway, that project is now complete, so hopefully the customer is happy with that, and yeah, we'll move on to the next one, I guess. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I think we're going to get started on either a paint chip repair video series right away here that involves a custom airbrushing job, or a guitar kit build. Probably the paint repair one first. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.